participants of the podcast are either medical marijuana patients or in a state where it is recreationally legal. Two Fried Eggs podcast does not condone any illegal marijuana or drug use or sales.
Yo. Welcome back, everybody. Two Fried Eggs podcast.
Who?
Is this 30?
No.
Or 29. I think 29. It's 30, bro. That's 29? Okay. 29. Welcome back to episode 29 with your boy Bosch Gaming and Dolph. What's up, homie?
Man, yeah. It's been a rough fucking week.
Yeah.
It was a rough week last week. My boss was around town 3 days last week, so it was exhausting. It's just I don't get as much done. I can't say catering to his needs, but you want to be attentive to make sure he has all his questions answered. He's the boss. Right. But he was cool. He was super cool, but he wanted to hang out and get to know me some more because it was our first time hanging out, really. So it was exhausting. Then my son brought home a nice little stomach bug.
That's great. Sounds awesome. And
promptly Sunday, and ever since it's been rough. We'll just say, we're not going to.
Dude, I feel you. We were two people short all last week, man. So last week was hell for me too. There, by the end of it, me and my boss kind of got into it a little bit, But it seemed like all that squashed and water under the bridge now. So Monday's a new week, right? So
I hated doing it, but I had to take today. I did.
For those that don't know, we're recording this on Monday. So
yeah, I took today. Was in bed most of the day.
Yeah, I knew you'd taken the day off.
Yeah, feeling a little better now. At least enough where I can function without having to be like completely sideways baked.
Right.
That was the problem. I can definitely use medicine and use my cannabis to cope through it, but I can't work like that. That's because I was burnt. For me to even stop puking, I had to like completely get toasted. So there was no working through that. So it is what it is.
Well, I'm glad you're feeling a little better now. And I just got done playing some DayZ. Well, so did you, actually. All I did was just get murked all night. That was great.
I didn't see anybody.
Get shot. Mm-hmm.
I saw you and I saw Chris. That was the only people that I saw. And I went through, I looted out 2 full towns and that other, so you didn't even see it. You didn't get that far north. Right past where that, the dam is. Yeah. Right past on the right is a hunting cabin area. It's like 4 hunting cabins and like a 2-story, like the pub.
Right.
So I already went through that too. So like I looted a lot tonight. I just didn't see anybody. It was the craziest thing for being a full server of almost 60 people after restart.
Yeah.
I know that they're all down there in the bottom.
In the bottom, and then they're in that right in the middle of that town. For those guys, for everybody listening, we're playing on a new Zero server, one of Happy Bomb's DayZ servers. Zero Banov or whatever is what we've been playing. Is that how you pronounce that, right? Banov, is that right?
Sure.
You think?
Sure.
Anyway, we've been trying out a new map on DayZ for the last week or so, and it's been a lot of fun. But the map is freaking huge, dude.
We have not even touched anything of it,
man. But yeah, I ran for like over the weekend. I played a little bit. I played with you when you were streaming Friday. Yeah, and then I was lost all weekend in the woods. Like I was literally in the fucking woods the whole time, like lost. I didn't see anything. I'd find a road and follow it, then I'd see another road and like a squirrel and turn and go that way. And I spent any time I played over the weekend, it was just a couple hours. I was lost in the woods the entire time. So.
It's super easy. I got lost. I hopped in that car. I was like, "Fuck yeah, I'm gonna go down this way, and I'm gonna go get him. Take this right, take this left, and then next thing you know, is that I had no idea. And I'm like, all right, so I took a left or a right that I wasn't supposed to do. I have no idea where I'm at now. Right. But I didn't go over the river though, which I knew that I had to if I went too far.
Well, I know last night when I was streaming, Chris and I were just freaking running around in a circle trying to find that one Millie place, and then. Like, we literally, I think, ran all the way around that bitch and never actually ended up at it. And then, of course, I end up there tonight, and then shortly after I get there, I end up getting murked. So,
well, you didn't take the smartest shots in that.
No, hell no.
So
no.
You knew better. You knew it could happen very easily.
But it's been fun. Like, I like the server. I almost wish the population was a little higher on it, but that would even make the first city even more chaotic at that point.
Yeah, I don't know how it would get any more population, because it seems like you can't go fucking 3 steps in the Freshie town without seeing some asshole saying, "Oh, hello."
Yeah, like today they're asking, "Are you friendly?" I'm like, "Yeah." Pop, and you just get shot. And you're like, "Damn it, man, damn it." But
that's what I love about DayZ, though. You can definitely do whatever the fuck you want and have a good time doing it.
Well, and then we ran into the next Freshie we ran into and kind of hung out with him for a while. So you just never know what you're going to get when you run into people. More times than not, you're going to get aggression, though. Choke it up. No, that was a good one.
So, the whole time you were sitting with that guy.
What was that? Huh? What? Are your eyes watering? Oh, yeah. Hey, we're weed smokers. This is the kind of shit you get when you're smoking the ganj, okay? You're going to get some coughs and shit, you know? It's just the way it goes. Oh, it's contagious.
The whole time you were with that asshole, you were talking about fucking killing him.
Oh, yeah. I was debating with myself the entire time, like, I had a grenade was all I had. So I would have to time it just right, like get him in a building, like when he goes into a garage or something and loot, and then just throw the grenade in there and blow his ass up. So I was definitely debating it, but then he ended up logging off. So
see, if you would have come together with me, I was going to insta shoot him. I was watching your stream, ready to fucking shoot him whenever he came into view. If he would have stayed that long, he was done. He was not going to make it.
Something like that, though. You got to remember too, though, and this is one thing I learned from streaming DayZ, and then also watching people like Lax and things like that, is that, yeah, it's cool. The content, like, bam, you get to shoot them, and then you get that content and the fun of the shooting or whatever you want to, altercation, whatever. But then a lot of times if you string that shit out, man, then a lot of those people become pretty interesting and shit, and you create content that way. And then after you build the friendship, then you can murder them anyway. All
right, so was that guy being interesting at all? Because looking at what I was watching, it didn't seem like he was any
No. I'm just saying, like, and you could have killed him; he'd have been fine. But I'm just saying, sometimes you just never know, you know.
Yeah, I'm with you.
You got to kind of gauge it.
If they come up and they have a character, or they want to talk about being friendly or whatever, I'm in. Like, I'm okay with that. But I'm not going to sit there and the guy ran with you a long time for not really knowing much about him, not really engaging too much, because you couldn't even talk to him, could you?
No, because hell, my mic was messing up. I don't know what my in-game mic was messing up. But I've got this. I put this window AC unit in over here, and I guess before we started the podcast, I had it on. You said you could hear it a little bit, so I might have to mess with my noise gate a little bit on the microphone and see if I can't,
it wasn't
kick
that
thing
bad
on high.
It wasn't that bad.
And for the stream, I don't think I worry about it too much. The stream, I talked to those guys, and they said they didn't really hear it, so maybe it's fine.
I was in stream, and I was also in VC, and I didn't hear it either way.
Okay, all right.
I hear it in here because the audio is very different in how it works.
Right. So what's your take been on the Banov map? You like it, like, compared to, say, Chinaris or whatever? So
Chinaris has my heart. I have some of my earliest DayZ memories running through some of those areas. Like, I have a really good visual memory cue. If you can't tell yet, like, I'll be like, "Oh, that's the place that this happened," and you're like, "No, it's not." And one of the guys is like, "Yeah, it is." Right. I have a really good visual cue of where I'm at, like, knowing and everything. So going through Chinaris is lots of fun because I get flashbacks of all the fun shit that we've done over the fuck. I mean, how long do you think I've been playing DayZ? Not even a year?
Yeah.
Not even a year. So
I don't think so.
It's a lot of fun shit in such a little short amount of time and such a really fun game. It's just cool. I love Chinaris. Moving over to Livonia Enoch, it's huge. It's not as big as Chinaris, though, which is so funny, but it feels bigger. I don't know if it's because there's no real, like, the south side. Have you played that map?
I haven't really, no. I bought it. I mean, I've had it forever, but I haven't really played it.
So the whole, like, instead of north to or south to north for loot, it's south or north to south. So the south of the map is where all the good stuff is. You go and spawn in the top side. Right. The whole bottom of the map is all, like, for us, it's mountains and jungle, like jungle mountains, like it feels like Vietnam, like that kind of like rainforest kind of shit where you're going up and down through. Like if you're on foot, it's some treacherous shit that you're not going to find your way through without a fucking compass and some really good bearings.
I wouldn't even find my way through it with a compass, bro.
No. You would go in circles and you'd be like, I haven't seen nobody. And you went 1 square kilometer.
I end up right back where I fucking started, like an hour later, right back where I was. Fuck.
But there's some amazing places down there that you can get to that, like, there's a bunker you can go down to. It takes at least 2 people to do it because you go in and then you loot around and then you head to the bottom. And then there's these water levels that you got to go. One of the player has to get down in the water. They turn the water down. It goes down. Then you go over and loot and then come back up and then go back down and then come back up. Like, it's a process. And you can't do that alone.
Right.
Like you have to have somebody else to help you, or you just wouldn't get that low. So it takes having a friend. You can't do that. Like that's some of the high end loot.
Would like my friends count too? Like even my friends would work, even though they like to kill me and shoot me and throw
Stretch,
things at me.
Stretch would count as a friend that can do that with you. I think Chris would get you. Chris would figure out. He wouldn't like screw you. He wouldn't like.
He'd think about killing me, like I was that guy with the grenade earlier. The whole time he'd think about killing me.
He would verbally talk about it too.
But
he's not going to in that kind of situation. Builder, I don't think he could do it with you because he would probably get pissy and kill you at the bottom, and then he would be fucked. So, who else? Who else plays Skyhawks? Yeah, Skyhawks would just tell him where to go, and you'd be good to go there. Like he's fun to play with. Have you played with him very often? Like
I haven't.
You played opposite of him. He's so new. It's so new, and it's like I'm trying to teach him how to play, like, and how to survive.
I think he's doing pretty good now.
He's doing great. Yeah, he's getting kills on the PvP servers. He's not starving. He's finding his way in the maps. Like he has like. Whew, I thought I had a steep learn curve. This fool is making leaps and bounds quickly, learning. Like it's really cool to watch him.
I still haven't learned, man. I played the fucking shit out of that game. I still suck at it a lot of times.
I don't. Okay, so I suck at the PvP side. We know
a lot of it, like sucking in, like the whole PvP side of the thing. A lot of it comes down to like who sees who first, and so on and so forth. And like that deal tonight, I saw that guy first, and I could have waited, and I took tried to take a quick shot and rushed it. You know what I'm saying? Gave myself up. But if a lot of the gunfights come down to who sees who first, and then somebody gets blasted, and that's the end of it. Now, sometimes you do get into those crazy ass, like super fun, drawn out gunfights and blah, blah, blah. But most gunfights you come across in DayZ are just, and then toast.
One of y'all are dead.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely, man. That guy we killed by the garages the other night. Like me and you shot him at the same, like we didn't fuck around. Both of you shot at the same time. Like you shot probably 3 or 4 rounds at him. I only had one. Sure. I had one BK round to shoot at him. That's all I could do. Yeah. That was amazing though. Like there was no talking, there was no nothing. It was quick. He saw us. He should not have been standing out there waiting for us to shoot him. We had guns pointed at him and everything, and he was just standing there. Come on, man. So, what is your earliest DayZ memory? Like what? What was the first thing that you remember? Like, fuck, the thing happened to you.
Dude, I don't know, man. It's been so long ago. That'd be I mean, I don't know. Like me, when it comes to memories of DayZ and stuff, was just the first time like our group and everything just got together, because we had back then it was still Chris and Builder and Unrec and Big T, and we had some other streamers that would play and stuff back then, and some different people. But that was like the core group of like just us kicking it on Xbox back then, And I mean, we played all the fucking time together, and the shit that just would happen and goof off. I don't think a lot of people, especially in the streaming community with DayZ, and that's why the channel took off, is because the way I was streaming and all that was more like on PC, but I was playing Xbox, so I was able to connect with a lot of that community and stuff. And it was just, I don't know, just the whole process of growing the channel and stuff was DayZ. You know what I'm saying? Like pretty much from nothing. And then once I really stuck with DayZ, that's where the channel really grew. And who knows? If I would have stayed on Xbox, man, you never know. But decided to switch over, and things kind of slowed down, but the process is still continuing. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'd have to say my earliest memory is just the friends and the growing of the channel and that kind of craziness that was DayZ back then when we played.
Bro, I remember my first night playing DayZ with you fuckers. I remember. Peels was there. It was your birthday stream.
Oh god.
I remember because we were all happy birthday to you, and you were getting drunk and shit over there. Remember we were running through Chinaris. We went and looked on the church down
Peels
there.
was feeding us fucking human meat.
Yep, that fucking asshole gave me human meat instead of you, and had me giggling by the end of the night. I had them shoot me. I can't deal with this giggling no more.
Nope, that'll drive you mad in real life, dude. You gotta just pop yourself and be done with it. Shit. It was so bad. Yeah, no. It'll drive you insane, bro.
Dude, but that was to me, I was so scared playing that game anyway. Like I was like, I'm just gonna get shot every fucking second. If I step out in front of it, I'm gonna get shot. Like I didn't realize how big the game was. And yes, there was 100 people on the server.
Right.
But there was no way there were 100 people anywhere close to us at that point in time. Like they were spread out. We were in the South, fresh East. Still, like I didn't realize how safe-ish we were that first night in Chinaris. Like to me, it was all like, "Ooh, it's big bad DayZ. We get shot anytime." Nah, a bunch of fucking freshies running around us. Yeah, there was some asshole with a fucking Mosin that was tagging us that night.
Dude, when you're having those kind of nights, usually it ends up, even though you're in a big group, you just get murked by a couple people because everybody's just getting fucked up and having fun and not really giving a shit and running around all wild, and there's no really paying attention. And next thing you know, you just start getting blasted and everybody just scatters and you don't know who's fucking who, and you know what I'm saying? Because there's so many people and shit, you can't keep track of everybody. So, I mean, there's been multiple times that we're running in groups like that, and you're like, oh, is that you? Is that you? Is that you? And you don't know if you should shoot or not because you have no clue if it's who's shooting at you or if it's one of your fucking friends running around.
And you err on the side of caution and shoot people. I know.
Yeah. I'll blast a motherfucker.
You're gonna blast them. You're not afraid to do a team kill any day. I mean, listen, I did a team kill this last week. I didn't realize it, and we've talked about
that. Shit was hilarious, bro.
I did not mean to team kill Builder, and I want to.
So I was watching your stream, dude, and the guy that tried to shoot at you. For one, I was like, God damn, hell yeah! I thought you were gonna kill him because he shot and stuff, and you chased his ass right into a house or wherever the fuck it was, and started chopping him with a hatchet. With a hatchet. Well, this dude had like a light blue. Like a bright blue jacket on or whatever. Well, he goes running out as Builder runs in. Well, Builder turns and he's got a bright blue backpack on, and you just start chopping the shit out of him. And I'm like, oh shit. And then Builder says something. You go running around some more. Next thing you know, Builder comes running in where you're at again, and you just start chopping his ass a second time. I was like, oh God, couldn't happen to a nicer guy, you know. He's not. Oh man, it was funny though. I was laughing because I knew from watching the stream, I had you up on the big screen out there in the living room, man, and I was just watching that shit, dude. I was fucking laughing.
Oh my God.
Builder's like, quit hitting me, you dumbass.
Bro, that was so funny.
Yeah, it was good.
Like I can't say that I ever had like gear fear, but I also wouldn't do anything stupid before. Like if that guy had a gun and I had a hatchet, I wasn't running after him before.
Right.
But I've gotten to the point where like losing all my shit or restarting or whatever doesn't bother me anymore.
No.
Like it used to, like it would bother me before because I was like, fuck, I just gotta I would only do one life a night. Like I would quit if I died.
Oh, if you died.
Yeah, because I feel so not defeated, but like I'm just like, fuck, I just had all this shit and I gotta find all this basic shit again. What the fuck? Like it was so like it felt like a daunting task,
right,
to start over at the coast for a long time. Now that I know a lot of the stuff that I know about the game mechanics and how to actually survive side of it, where things spawn, where I should be looking at for what I want. Like, do I have a little bit of food? I need to go find myself a melee weapon, so that when I do find somebody, I won't get my ass kicked quickly. That's you got to know what you start with and what's your next, what you do to get out of the freshies side.
Right. I find myself like once I get too geared up, I just get fucking bored at that point. So it's like it doesn't really bother me because I get super geared up and it's like, okay, well, I pretty much have everything I need now. So the only thing that I need to do now is just find fights until I get killed. And then I can start my next life and see how geared up I can get before I get killed again. You know what I'm saying? It's like some lives you get so geared up to where, and if you're not building and you're not doing that, I mean, your whole point is to try to find better gear to be better at PvP and then go find PvP until you die. And so you're gonna fucking learn, you're gonna lose that shit over and over again. And so it's just, I enjoy the process because you just never know what you're gonna find each time you go, back
now
to the place and start looting.
Now I do. Now I don't feel defeated. I laugh at it because it's just funny to me. Like, I don't care how geared I am or how fresh I don't care. It doesn't bother me in the least. I laugh at it. I giggle at it. Like, I'm like, yeah, he fucking got me or whatever.
Right.
Like, doesn't get to me at all. I'm like, all right, let's fucking regroup and figure out where the hell we're at and get surviving and getting thriving again. Because I know I can. It doesn't take much for me to live in this game much anymore. As long as it's not one of the like crazy cold servers, which I have not had. I haven't done that yet. I'm not gonna. It's too much.
I've barely done it. So
it's too much for me at this point. Like, I'm still learning the game and mechanics and stuff. Like, I know I can. A Chernarus cold, I'm in. Namalsk though, that's like where your food fucking freezes and shit. Like, it's intense.
Well, and then it just becomes more like all it is by making the game harder by adding more tedious stuff you have to do. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I mean, yeah, it makes survival harder, but it's not like it's mechanics, I guess. I don't know how to say it. It's just all you're doing is just adding more of the tedious stuff that is in DayZ. You're just making you have to do that way more often, like starting the fires and all that stuff. You really don't. You still have to do it every once in a while to cook food if you can't find food on DayZ and all that. So they're just upping that by a large margin.
Yeah, it's a huge margin, but there's people that love that server though, that love that map and how hard it is. They thrive off of that kind of stuff. Like, to me, I think that DayZ is hard enough when it's cold. I don't need it sub-zero cold. Right. And everything. Like, I don't need it that crazy. It's cold now. Like, zero Banov is cold. Like, that's a rough server. You definitely get punished for having being in water or like getting wet or in the rain and stuff.
Yeah, so it make you sick and whatnot.
Yeah, it definitely is it's a difference. So you need to pay attention to that. See, in the mollusk, I don't know, and I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't do it.
Well, I'm looking forward. I don't know how much longer I'll play Banov or whatever. I mean, right now it's fun, but you can never tell.
Yeah, I want to explore some more. That's the thing. Like, I definitely want to look around that map a lot more. The millies or something, whatever. I like the other towns. I like looking at the weird shit that is the intricacies of DayZ and like all the different kinds of structures and stuff. The one-offs buildings, like there's statues and stuff around. Like there's all kinds of stuff to find, and I like it. It's fun.
Well, I did come across, like, I was just running around over the weekend and I came across a big bunker, like it was a underground bunker or whatever, and it had a door, and I flipped a freaking switch and it sounded an alarm as the big doors opened up and shit. But I was such a freshie when I found it. I went in there and it gets dark. You couldn't see shit. Yeah. You had to have like night vision or something. So I couldn't see to go in there. I just had to leave. But
that's like the one that's
kind of cool. I just hadn't seen it. Yeah, it's pretty dope. So there's some of those around. I couldn't tell you how to ever get back to the one I was at, but they are around somewhere. So that'd be kind of cool, to be able to do that. And I guess there's that there's an alien gun, people were saying, and armor and stuff you can get, and all kinds of weird stuff going on with that deal.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to get them to either put on for the dark days. We're talking about a wipe, and it looks like it's going to happen. Yeah. But we're going to do a map change also, which is awesome. Livonia has been great. I learned the map a lot. I've explored it. I've explored that whole map, especially now that I'm flying choppers around there. Like, I'm everywhere. Like, there's nothing that if I want to go look at something, I can fly up there in 2 or 3 minutes, land, see what I want to see, explore what I explore, and get out of there and not have any issues with it. Like, I have open exploration. We're talking about Banov or Deer Isle. I had never played I played Deer Isle once. I saw that I couldn't get off this little fucking island without swimming. I'm like, well, this is not what I want to play. And I logged out, and I haven't been back since.
Yeah, I wasn't crazy about the map on Deer Isle. And also, it seems like there's only just a couple places where people spawn. So, and there's not a whole, it's not like on Banov where it's a massive freaking city you spawn into. Excuse me. One sec. Man. So you don't go into a massive city, so there's a very limited loot and very limited spawn points. So everything's so looted out, and it just, I don't know, it just wasn't for me. I agree on Deer Isle. I don't see myself playing it much.
From what Tanning's telling me, and from what Stretch is saying, is there's a lot of underground stuff to explore there.
Right.
A lot of hidden locations and bunkers and things like that. So on the RP side of it, it's a good place to have an RP server because you can do a lot of exploring.
Right.
And people want to loot more. Plus, it's more definitive of this island is PvP and this one is not. Because right now it's very definitive. When you move from the south to or north to south, south to north, like you have an icon on the side that's a little cross. Cross swords, and it tells you in the bottom left you are.
Okay, what are we talking about?
On Dark Days, the PvP side.
Oh, you said something about crossing swords. I didn't know where you were going with this.
Crossing swords.
Like, what the fuck? Sorry, I'm a little stoned.
Never cross the streams. Never cross streams. Steam?
Or yeah, maybe just don't even piss with your dicks out where there's a chance that you could cross streams.
Sir. Crossing streams, that's Ghostbusters.
Oh. Wait, so we're talking about Ghostbuster guns, not wieners peeing?
I don't know, maybe.
I'm so confused right now.
That's okay. Sounds like you are.
That's true. Bro, what are we talking about?
We were talking about Deer Isle and it being a good
Oh,
PvP.
yeah.
Because right now, it's just like an imaginary line across the map where if you go too far south, it gives you a little countdown. You're entering the live fire area. Turn back if you don't want to be here kind of message.
Really?
Oh, yeah, it's cool. I
didn't know that.
Yep. So it across the whole south half of the map is live. I haven't been shot at yet. I know some other people have.
So you're talking on the Tanning server?
Yeah.
I got you. How are numbers going on that server and all that? Is it?
Oh, it's pretty dead now. It is. It's pretty low population right now. Which I don't want to say I don't care. Like I said, I use that server to learn how to PvP. I learned how to learn the game more. The RP was lacking a lot in that server. But when they went half PvP, half not PvP, the people that were not they were down there in the south looting out, and they wanted to loot down the south still, but it was PvP, and they were too scared to do it because they didn't want to get shot.
See, I just don't get it. I mean, I understand why people want to do PvP and all that, but I just don't understand that. Like, I don't know. I mean, I don't see how you what the fun is of playing DayZ without having to worry about getting shot.
Yeah,
and I'm not knocking people. Like I said over and over again, I'm not knocking people that play like that. I just don't understand it. Like, it's just not fun for me. I guess it might be if they cranked up zombies and did even, I don't know. It would have to be, I don't know. I think there's just better games there's games out there that probably do that better than DayZ.
So I treat it like it's a different game. I treat it as an RPG rather than a horror survival game.
Right.
And with it being an RPG, I call it like a looter shooter kind of thing. I shoot all zombies that I see. I kill them all. But that's how I've learned how to shoot better, is by doing that kind of play. Like, if I'm running full sprint, I will pull up and I'll kill them all, and not aim down, hip fire them, and then I'll pull it up and do my ACOG, and then I'll do my scope. Like, I do all kinds of different shooting to learn how to shoot better. I think next one, when we do the spot or the wipe that we're about to do, I'm going to change the gun that I'm carrying. Like, right now, I've pretty much carried an M4 exclusively, of different variants, but just M4s with an ACOG sight pretty much the whole time I played there.
Yeah.
So I think I'm going to switch over to either an AK or something like that. Something with a different, maybe a 300 AAC or something. Just a different round to learn how to shoot.
I wish, I mean, like I said, it's not for me as far as that stuff goes, but I wish that the server was doing a little better. Just because I like tanning, and his wife and shit have been a good time since they started coming around and shit, you know?
It will. And the reason we're doing the wipe is because the reason people aren't really playing is once they've gotten all the stuff that they want to get, there's no reason for them to play at this point.
Right. Yeah.
And that's why a lot of DayZ servers and GTA servers, they all do wipes periodically, is because it keeps people coming back. It keeps people playing.
Yeah.
Not everybody wants a strict PvP. Not really. They want to build bases. They want to do that. And they've seen a base that they want to go and like, I want to build there when I get a chance to. So they want to wipe so they can try to get to that base location first so they can go ahead and get that this time.
Well, that's just like a longer term of what I was saying, because on mine, I take that by like my wipe is getting killed every life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
So by the time I get fully looted with that guy, I'm ready for the wipe. So I just go find PvP until I get killed to go start over again. You know what I'm saying? I just do it on a much shorter, smaller scale. Yeah.
I haven't died once on Dark Days. It was close once.
No.
Trust me, if Skyhawks wasn't playing that day, I was dead.
Yeah.
Like I was flashing red blood, flashing red health, and I had nothing. I was sitting there in a guard tower, laid down, trying not to just pass out. I just kept passing out. I'd wake up for like a second, and I'd turn around to try to see, and I'd hit the floor again. It was bad. It was close, man. But on that server, you can get, like you said, talk about you can amp up the zombies. Yeah. They amp up the zombies at night. One single shot will pull a whole city of zombies in on you.
Right.
One shot. One silence shot will do it.
Yeah, but it still can't be that hard, because if you've been playing as long as you've been playing, you still haven't died on there, then that's, you know what I'm saying?
That's because I know
so
it's
I feel
happen,
like
so
it's
I
got to
get on there with rounds.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying, man.
Yeah.
Like, I would have to have it, like, amped up to where it's like, okay, this is like the fucking end of the world going out there. You're fucking just, like, almost like State of Decay 2 or something like that, where it's just hordes everywhere and you're just battling through it. And plus, it'd be cool in that little millie vehicle you got to just start mowing motherfuckers over and running them down and shit.
Yeah, that's his vehicle. That's not mine. Yeah, man, it's been fun though.
Well, brother, I guess we're just talking DayZ this episode, so which I'm cool with. Shit.
Jesus, 30 minutes later.
Yeah, that's right, man. So that's that. That was a nice little chitty chat. I'm fucking baked. I'm just chilling, man. So just talking about what we've been doing and shit throughout the week and real quick, man. I don't need to do this, but this is that little deal that Pulsar gave.
So jealous.
It's got the little dude. It's so dope. Like the deal goes right inside. But then I was reading about it because my ass was, all fuckered up, and I threw the stuff away. So I got on there and was reading about it. And so, like, the way you breathe, like, different. You can do like 2 short puffs to let it warm up. Like if you haven't hit it in a while, so it'll pre-warm up before you take an actual hit. Yeah. Or if you do like 3 puffs, it'll adjust the strength of the battery, and then 5 to turn it off. It's weird, man. Like just by breathing, you can do different things. And it's fucking color change. When it's cold, this is dark green, and then it fucking changes colors. So I went out specifically and got a cartridge just so I could try using it and see what it's all about. So
you like
pretty fucking dope. Yeah, fuck yeah, man. It's pretty fucking cool. I don't think they're really that expensive either. So
no, that's $40.
That's my little plug for the cool little toy they sent me. So that's cool.
Anyway.
Pulsar
vaporizers.
Pulsar. So, all right, homie. Guys, thank you so much for listening. We love you. Continue to be cool. Smoke weed if you want to. I'm not trying to peer pressure a motherfucker. Dolph, I love you. Yeah. And come join us and play some motherfucking DayZ.
Hell yeah.
Till next time.
Thank you for tuning in. Please subscribe below if you like our content. New episodes dropping every Friday. Stay tuned.